Okay, good morning, guys, and I hope you're ready for Friday. Thank God it's Friday, TGIF. Okay, now today I actually want to show you guys how to prepare work experience. So I woke up this morning, and as usual, I have my fruits and veg, and an analogy just came to my head, and I thought, you know what, I need to explain this to you guys because I think it will teach you a lot. So let's get started. Now, this is a glass of water, as you can see. That's why this is a glass, and this is the bottle of water. And then you have some bowls. You have a bowl here that's got grapes, green and red grapes, and then you have an empty bowl. Now, what I want to do is I actually want to show you how you can actually go down the wrong road throughout your career path, or you can go down the right road throughout your career path. Now, it sounds weird, but trust me, you would understand it once I'm done. So, this is what we've been taught, and it's so important that you guys kind of take this on board. We've been taught that we should get qualified. We should get this certification and that qualification and that certification and that qualification. So let's imagine this bottle of water over here as the water of qualification and certification. All right, so what we're going to do is, remember they tell us to keep getting qualified, go and get a degree, go and get a master's degree, go and get this certification, go and get that qualification, and you keep getting it, and you keep getting it, keep getting it. See, you keep getting it, getting the qualifications until you're kind of qualified to the brim, you know. So here you go, you're totally qualified now, and now you're told to go and apply for work. We all, and I know you guys have been there, you know, you have this certification, that qualification, you have your degree, you have your master's, you have your PhD, and you expect to apply for work, and you really expect them to hire you straight away and give you a job. Well, this is what actually happens. So you apply for a job, and when you apply for that job, the first thing they see is all this qualification. And the moment you apply for it, you are overqualified. As you can see, the water starts to overflow right there. Overqualified. So the more jobs you apply for, you become overqualified. Can you see that? Too much qualification. Now what then happens is, because you're overqualified, you either will get turned down because they think you're not the right fit for a role, then you kind of have to downgrade. Then you now start applying for one job after the other, and applying for one job after the other. And all of a sudden it feels as if all that qualification is a waste. Can you see? It's like all of a sudden, what was the point? You know, you've kind of wasted it. And actually, that's not good at all. That's quite sad. Now, what I want to do is this. I just want to show you what's happened. In fact, let's do some more. Okay, let's just keep doing some more. So I'm going to take this water now and pour it in here. Just quickly. Okay, and it's getting a bit messy now. I have to clean this up after. I want to show you something. I want to show you what's happened to the qualification and all the degrees and stuff you've gotten. Yep, that's what's left. Look at that. See that? So you've gone and spent thousands of pounds trying to be qualified, trying to get a degree, trying to get a master's, and at the end of it, almost half of it is useless. And 9 times out of 10, the job that you've gotten as a result of it is pointless. So what am I trying to say? Am I trying to say, you know what? Don't get qualified. Ignore going to university. Ignore going to get a degree. Am I saying don't worry about certifications? Just go out there and apply for work? No, I'm not saying that. I really believe in education. I think education is absolutely critical to your success. And I believe that you should be qualified. But there's something I also know, which I want to share with you. And we've known this for years. And that's what we do as a business. We provide what we call practical work experience. So let's kind of change these things around a bit. Imagine, okay, let's just put this over here. So imagine that instead of just eating up as many qualifications as possible and becoming overqualified, imagine you went for an intern. You felt that you actually, let's say for example, you felt that I want to become a big data analyst, and you read about it and you think, I'm really passionate and interested about it. Then what do? Well, why don't you go and look for where you can get a bit of experience before you go and get qualified, so you can actually find out stuff about the you can actually get your hands dirty and gain more practical experience rather than theoretical knowledge. So let's say, and I always there's an old saying that says, do not despise the days of small beginnings. There's nothing wrong with starting small. There's nothing wrong with doing a job whereby you're not getting paid, because the experience gained is far more valuable than the money you're getting. So let's just say you then apply for work, you go and sell yourself based on your passion. You know, employers are excited and addicted to passion. So because it's something you're passionate about, you'd realize it would flow through. So you sell yourself, okay, and then they decide to train you, because they realize, because trust me, an employer would gladly train you if they can see that it's something that comes natural to you, one, and something you're passionate about, because they get more value for their return. So all of a sudden they train you, so you have that there. So they've trained you, and then as a result of it, you feel that, you know what, I actually want to become qualified in this. Maybe you go and take a degree in it, take a year off or whatever it is, and you go and get a degree in it, okay? So so let's just pour some more water, so you get a degree in it. Now, as a result of that degree, you then go ahead and apply for jobs, and you realize that over the next 3, 4, 5 years, you've been able to build your experience working for companies, and you're actually adding value rather than sitting there being told what to do. Now, they then and then you realize also that actually there's this new qualification you can get in this, there's this new certification, and then you go and get that certification as well. So you see that? So you go and get that certification. Now, what happens here? You now have experience plus qualification plus you're accredited or certified to do that. So you go and earn more money. So you realize that actually the more jobs you apply for now, you're earning more. Why? Because you're qualified and you're experienced. Employers pay for experience. Experience demonstrates your record of achievement. Okay? So, and then you continue to learn. You continue to learn on the job. In fact, you realize that the whole thing is hand in hand. All right? It's all hand in hand. Let's just do that again. Pour some more qualifications in there, and then apply for more jobs. And there you go. Okay? Now, here's the difference. We're probably back to the same thing, okay? Now, you know what? I need to get rid of this water, and since I need to do that, I just pour it in here. Okay, now, we're probably back to the same thing. 9 times out of 10, we're probably back to the same thing, and I'll explain this to you. So let's just take, but do you know the difference here? Over here, at no point were you overqualified for the job. At no point whatsoever were you overqualified for the job. There was no overflow. There was no, oh, actually, sorry, we can't give you this position because you're overqualified for it. You were able to start from the beginning. You did not despise the days of small beginnings, and you felt that you needed experience to actually know why you should be studying something and what you should be studying and specializing in. And on top of that, you were securing jobs and you were gradually growing, you know, which was really, really good. So now we don't have any overflow. We don't have any waste at all. There's no wastage over here. Now, what's really good about this as well, so if you can remember earlier, when you just focus on being qualified and just being gaining certification, you realize that there was a lot of wastage. If you look at the floor, if you look over here, you can see the water, okay? All right, but none of the water here overflowed, which means that the experience you have matches the qualification you have. Isn't that amazing? So let's just pour this in here. Let's just pour this in here. All right. So look at all that. Look at all the companies you've worked for. You know. So maybe this is Cisco. Maybe this is Microsoft. Maybe this is Barclays. Maybe this is RBS. This is Shell. This is KPMG. This is Capgemini, and all these amazing companies on your CV. Imagine that. But guess what? You didn't have to spend that much. You actually spent the same amount in educating and getting qualified without any wastage. That's proof right there for you. Practical work experience is what you need. I really hope that hits home. I really hope you're sitting there right now and you're thinking, before I go and get qualified and certified in this particular field, why don't I get some experience? before I go and become overqualified. I will never forget the day. Actually, let me turn the screen right now, around now. Now, don't be scared, because I just woke up, decided to have my fruits and veg, and then this idea came to me, and then I shared it. So I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I probably look like a monster right now. So I'm gonna turn it around. Don't be scared. Trust me, I'm a human being. All right. So let's turn this around, and there we go. So you can see me now. So I just put that here so you can see me. So what am I trying to say to you? What I'm trying to say to you is very plain and very simple. I would never forget the day years ago when I was in university. I think it was my second year of university, and I obviously needed a job to pay for my education, and I got this job as a security guard, it was a bowling alley, and I was just sitting down there as a security guard, just standing there, and there was this guy that started like the following week. He was in his late 40s. Here's me. I'm 22 years old. I think 21 or 20. Actually, no, I can't remember. 21 or 22. And then here's this guy, he's 40 years old, and he starts on his first day. Obviously, being a Nigerian, we have respect for people that are older than us, and I showed him a lot of respect. And then I remember him coming up to me one day and saying, you know what, KG, I'm really fed up. I was like, why? He said, I have a degree, I have a master's. No, he said, I have 2 degrees. I have a master's and I have a PhD, and I've done all these qualifications, and look at me working as a security guard. Everywhere I go, they're telling me I'm overqualified, and I'm fed up. I'm just thinking I wasted all this money on all the. I think he told me that he spent close to about £50,000 or something like that on education, and he has nothing to show for it. And I felt really sorry for him. I felt, whoa, this is really, really sad. And he's in his I think it was in his late 40s or just 40 or whatever it is. But I learned something that day. I learned that, you know what? I am going to actually do things step by step. I'm going to take small but secure steps. I'm going to focus on gaining experience, and then once I've gained the experience, then use that experience to know what I want to do. And that's what I did. I kind of gradually grew. I always tell people this: I am not a rich man. I don't have millions of pounds in my bank account, but I have the most important thing to me, which is freedom. I can wake up and decide to go to work whether I like it or not. All I need to do, if we're not making as much sales as we can, I just sit down and use all the experience I've learned and all the qualification I've gained over time, which is built up, to figure out a way to increase my sales. For example, just to let you guys know, I actually don't have a master's degree. Okay, I don't have one. I've just started my master's in digital marketing now, which is a bit of a shock. Now, I teach on digital marketing, but I am not a master's in it yet. I've just started. How the heck do I go from not being somebody who's a master's in something but teaching it? That's because I have years of experience doing this. And luckily for me, when digital marketing started, we were testing the waters. We were the guys that were actually learning how the ropes without it becoming a qualification at that point in time. It's just become one, and I find myself reading the materials, and sometimes I think, oh, come on, actually this is old. Things need to be improved. Things have changed. I'm reading materials that are now redundant. I'll never forget the day I had to hand in my assignment. People are given 3 months to do it. I did it in 24 hours. And it was 5,000 words. Why? Experience. All I did was looked at past projects I've worked on, documented it, and submitted it. That's what experience gives you. Okay? It's so important. So, now, why did I go and do a master's in digital marketing? Because I felt, I have all this experience. Let me now have the qualification to back it up, so that when I am talking to people, they get to respect what I say, but then also they can see that I'm qualified to do it. Now, if you live in the UK, you guys will realize that experience is literally almost more valued than your qualification. I think it was Credit Suisse or Capgemini, one of the other companies, that recently announced that they will no longer be using a bachelor's degree to check if somebody qualifies to do the job or not, because they've realized that actually it is not a prerequisite for actually securing a job. A lot of people actually know what they're doing. So a lot of people actually have experience. They've grown the experience over years. So what am I trying to say to you? What I'm trying to say to you is very plain and very, very simple. Gain practical work experience. This is why we created the eWork Experience platform. And we have seen people come here and secure amazing jobs. People who literally, I'm trying to, okay, let me give you an example. And there are many examples of this. So we used to have a lady that came on the platform. She was a stay-at-home mom for 2 years, came on the platform, just kind of committed her time into it. And 3 months later, applied for work and got a job as a project manager. That was amazing for everybody. Why was it amazing for everybody? Because she hadn't worked long before that. But you see, the experience she gained, the technology she was working on, and the new skills that she was gaining, put her in a position when she applied for work, the company was just about to invest in that particular technology, and they needed somebody that had worked on it in the last 3 months. So they needed somebody who was recent. And all the other people they interviewed didn't have that, and she got that job as a project manager. We have many stories like this. Go to our website, careerinsights.tv, click on success stories, and read them. They will shock you. It's unbelievable, and it's almost too good to be true. But the truth of the matter is, it's common sense. Work experience. Look, I'm a Christian, so I tend to read my Bible a lot of times, and I'm not afraid to say that. And there's a part in the Bible that says, above all, seek wisdom, for it's more valuable than gold and silver. And you hear that seek knowledge, seek knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. Knowledge is the education. Understanding is you applying what you have learned. Wisdom is actually learning from your mistakes. So knowing what to do when others don't know what to do, because you have been there and you have actually been able to fix the problem, and you have learned from your experience. Wisdom is experience. And that's what companies pay for. They pay for wisdom. And that's why they say seek it more than silver and gold. Finish your outdoor work. Prepare your field. Then build your house. I'll explain that later in the future. But right now, look, it's very, very simple. Focus on gaining practical experience. Now, I'm just reading the comments over here. Somebody said the price is high. It is high. I won't debate that. And the reason why it's high is because it delivers. We're not cheap at all. However, I'll always tell you this. You can go and spend £10,000 in getting a master's, or you can spend, when we have an offer, which is £760 to gain practical work experience and have the experience to put on your CV from a credible company, apply for work, earn up to £500 a day. If, let's say, worst case scenario, they give you £250 a day. Or let's say worst case scenario, you go permanent, they give you 35 or 40k a year. You've gotten the job. Now you can, and then they will train you on the job. The better you are, the more they train you. They might even pay for your training, pay for your certification. Now, if you wanted to go and do your master's later on, you can do it. You've got the money. So actually, let's not be penny wise, pound foolish. All right. So it's important that we do that. But I hope you understand what I've just explained to you. And for those of you that have got this, look, we look forward to seeing you. We have a massive ecosystem. There's 694 of us on the eWalk experience subscribers in UK. We just opened in Nigeria. I believe we're 190 in Nigeria now, which is good. And we're opening up in US. We should be hitting 50 by next week. This is a global thing. It's all about collaboration. It's all about coming together. It's all about learning together. We're working as a team and working on all these big, amazing projects so that you can gain experience. Take advantage of it. We've never had anything like this. We're stronger together. Come on board, enjoy yourself. So I think I'm done. And if I've scared you because I just woke up in the morning, I have to sincerely apologize for that. I promise you, I actually don't look like this except in the morning. Hopefully you got the joke there. But enjoy yourself, guys. And just go through your comments quickly. I have here... okay, so I think everyone's encouraging everybody there. Would you put your shoe on your head? I have no idea what that means, so you might want to explain that. That's something I would actually like to know about. So if you can, Angel, you can explain what that means, that would be great. But would I put my shoe on my head? I'll have to understand what you mean by that to decide whether I want to put my shoe on my head or not. Okay, but I hope you guys have learned. So please share this, share it with somebody that needs it. It's so important. And visit us, go to our website and visit us. I will be in your city very, very soon. I'm actually going from city to city. The next city I'm going to be in is Lagos on the 27th. So that's Oriental Hotel. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. I promise I won't look like this. I'm always in London, so you can pop into our office. I'm there this Saturday. And then you can visit our Manchester office. But in the meantime, enjoy, guys, and take care. I'll just read the last comment here. I agree with you at the moment. I registered, but I had to pause because of the cost. Don't think about the cost. Find what you know what, everyone's situation is different. I believe there's actually an offer right now. And I think that's the cheapest offer we've had. Go to the office, call the office and ask for the new offer and grab onto it, which would be great. How can I gain practical work experience when I just have only HND in computer science? I want to major in networking. You know what? Fantastic. You have a HND in computer science. You know what? Why don't you just pause? And how do you gain practical work experience? Well, here's the thing. Companies won't give you the experience. I mean, I should have said this. When you walk into a company and say, you know what, I want to gain experience, don't pay me. Now, we would expect companies to want to do that. But these days, the cost is just too much. The cost to train you is too much. So what they tend to do is they just won't bother hiring you. And that's why we have a platform called eWork Experience, where you can come and gain that work experience while being trained on the job and while you're learning on the job and you're gaining valuable skills. Now, there's still some companies out there that will give you experience, but they're far in between. However, if you're extremely passionate about what you want to do, if you've taken your time to study, if you're taking your time to learn, you could actually apply for a company that specializes in what you do and try your luck out. And if they don't accept you, don't worry about it. Come over here, we'll help you. Come. We're stronger together. Remember that. All right, guys, I'm talking too much. I'm going to pause, and I encourage you to get on board. Take care, good luck, and bye-bye for now.